Yeah, we've got so much things to say right now, right this minute. We've got so much to talk about. This is Nigeria Now, special edition, special midnight edition. Houston, Texas, United States. So much to talk about. The ignorance in Nigeria is growing so wild, and I'm afraid it will kill a lot of people if we allow it to be ignited. We need to put an end to some of the things that we do. What has the appointment of Zulu Gambari got to do with my life or the life of any Nigerian? Why is it a political issue, such a huge issue that people are talking about? We must understand that democracy runs a cycle of 4 years. In another 4 years, less than 4 years, Buhari will be gone, and we'll be talking about someone else. We leave what is most important to us and then start chasing shadow. It's Zulu Gambari's appointment. Why is it a big issue? How does that improve our economy? How does that make our educational system get better? How does it improve our healthcare delivery? How will it help to remove the Almajiris off of the streets of Nigeria? Abba Kyari was there for over 5 years. What did he do but create confusion, amass money, and all that? Now, when he died, did he take any money with him? Why are we not talking about signing the electoral bill that the National Assembly had since passed? I think that's the most important issue right now in Nigeria. Why are we not asking Mr. President why he has not signed that bill into law? What is delaying him? I'm tired of seeing images, videos upon videos. We put out a lot out there and do so little. Trailer loads of Almajiris leaving the north, heading down south. What is it about? Who paid those trailer drivers to take those people in such numbers to other parts of the country? What is their mission to Anambra, Imo, Delta, Edo, Rivers, Cross River, Akwa Ibom, and all the other places? You governors from the so-called South, you are some of the greatest problems that we have in Nigeria. You complain a lot. You collect security votes. What do you do with them? You don't account to anybody. Every time, but you go around shouting that you are the chief security officers. How do you use it? You only use it against the people from your place, those who oppose you. But when you see the retreats, you all beat a retreat and put your tails behind your pants. So shameful. It is sad that only one governor in the whole of Nigeria is defending the federation, the federal structure of Nigeria. Special greetings to Nyesom Wike, the governor of Rivers State, for what he has done to defend the Federation of Nigeria. He's the only one doing it so far. He's the only one doing it. You know, yeah, he has made some mistakes. Yes, he's been pushed so hard to the point of making some blunders, but who cares? All the governors in the south of Nigeria have thugs appointed to political offices. In fact, they are the de facto governors. They run things because they have connections with the courts. They are all, majority of them are courts. Now see what is taking place everywhere now. Where are your courts? Why are you not deploying them against these seeming attacks from people that are not known to be from Nigeria? The COVID-19 has become a meal ticket for all of you. You are amassing money meant for the people. You arrange them, you put them together to distribute the virus to them and not give them food. Hear Bob Marley what he said. He said when the rain falls, it won't fall on one man's house. You know what? The day of reckoning is coming for all of you. All Nigerians who robbed Nigeria. You will pay for it. You are not ready to mend your ways. You see, those you deprived access to opportunities are amassing everywhere. One day, they're going to be jumping on you. And you will be in shock and you'll be so sorry for yourselves. You will run to the sea will be boiling. You run to the rocks will be melting. You run to Jah, he will say, no, I don't know you anymore. The people of Nigeria.
Constituency, dropping partisan politics. You become the leader of the state or the country, and you take full responsibility for the success or failure of the state.
The people of Nigeria. There is one thing that we need to do right now, right this minute. For us to have that access to the rule of law that we shout about all the time, we must put pressure on President Buhari to sign this bill into law. It is long overdue. He has no reason for continuing to hold that bill down without signing it. It has been more than a year since that bill was passed. He must sign that bill now, because that bill is what is left of Nigeria right now. I hope he'll be interested in leaving a legacy behind, because that bill is the only thing left of Nigeria that will put Nigeria on the path of genuine nationhood. His continued failure to sign it is inimical to the continued corporate existence of Nigeria. those who were critical of Governor Wike's action against a thug and a criminal who was declared wanted some years ago based on his testimony today. I hope you have now found out the truth and perhaps beat a retreat and change your positions about him. He was pushed. That guy was a criminal. And the Security Council for the state met and decided that those who violated the laws, especially those who were running hotels, their hotels would be demolished. And they acted. I hope you saw over 4 persons, 4 indigenes of River State, 4 law enforcement agents who were shot at. They are lying critically in the hospital, hoping that they make it out alive. So someone who did that to his compatriots, why should he have his house standing or his hotel standing? Somebody who opened a hotel and allowed people to come in, especially at a moment when we are dealing with a global pandemic that is killing. So far today, in the United States, 81,000 people dead from this scourge of a monster. And then someone, because he's a thug and a member of the ruling party, thinks he's above the law and that no one could touch him. Flagrantly disobeyed the rules and expect to have his hotel standing. No, the action is justified. Why is it that Nigerians love iron hands? The reason is we are very disobedient. We don't obey anything. We want to make quick bucks. We want to cut corners. So there are consequences for cutting corners. I am a human rights activist. The fact that I am a human rights activist does not mean that I will put my weight behind lawbreakers. No, it doesn't work like that. When we see the truth, we speak it just exactly the way it is. That guy violated the laws of the land and he had to pay for it. And it shouldn't even end there. He should be prosecuted for attempted murder. What is happening today all over the country is a call on the consciousness of Nigerians to wake up and stop making the mistakes that they have been making since the past 20 years of voting darkness when they have choices in light. Now you see what is taking place. The country has nearly collapsed. No jobs for the youths who help them rig the country into coma. No hospital for you when you are sick. No schools for you to go to. And all the men who did this, their children are outside the country going to school. Now who is paying now? It is you. Now, if you like, stand up for your right now, because it's you who has become the soldiers that is destroying your present and your future and the future of unborn Nigerians. It is you that can say, no, we have had enough. Don't be waiting, because it's always money for you. What we need now is what they call sacrifice. If you cannot sacrifice, Nigeria will never move forward. The moment calls for sacrifice. Do you want me to spell it? SACRIFICE. What does that mean? If you are a welder, be ready to volunteer your service for free in the next election. If you are a graphic art designer, be ready to design and then we will print. If you are an Okada rider and we are going for campaign, be ready to bring your Okada, carry someone to the campaign ground so you listen to the message of the truth. If you have a vehicle, you're a taxi driver, take some people with you. Whatever you can lay your hand on that will help advance the cause of the liberation of Nigeria, you must do it. You know, the reason is because some of us who are in the forefront driving this, nobody pays us. We are spending our money. We are sacrificing because we are not doing it as investment out of which we reap returns. This is one thing that has always been very difficult for the people at home to understand. When you come to run for office, all they think is, oh, you're about to go and make money. So let us collect the one when we fit take now. Because when he go there, we're not going to see him again. You are the people who help these people become monsters that they become so difficult for you to tame. A leader is not supposed to invest so much of his personal money beyond what is necessary for him to get his message across to you and for you to follow him. And for you, when a leader is leading you, knowing fully well that he did not have to sell his house, he didn't trade his children, he didn't sell anything that that belongs to him in order to get to where he's going, he's going to serve you very, very well. He won't be afraid. His mind will be very much at home with you at all times. But when you make it a business for them, that is when they turn their backs on you as soon as they get those votes. Hear it now. And you must understand that you are a stakeholder, equal stakeholder in the project they call Nigeria. You are not a slave to anyone. So when a politician comes to you and asks for your assistance, look at him very carefully. Is he the one that is out to serve us or another one that is out to rip us off? Depending on how he presents himself, then you decide how to engage him. Engage only those who will tell you that they will tell you the truth. Like me, when I ran, I told people the truth. I wasn't sharing money, but I have a lot to give. But the people turned their back. They are paying now. The man that I ran against, where is he? Do you hear Peter Nwoboshi anywhere on the floor debating issues about Nigeria, about Niger Delta, about Delta North? No. You see him? No. You have put him there and he's giving you nothing in return. So this is the moment for you to get up and stand up. At any election that comes up, always remember that you are a stakeholder, that your future is at stake, the future of your children is at stake, and that you must defend them by voting the right type of leadership, those that can come to your level, listen to your issues, and take it back to look for a solution. But where you continue to make it an issue of money, you always complain that there's hunger in the land. There has been hunger in the land of Nigeria. There's never been any time, as long as I can remember, that there wasn't hunger in the land. So this hunger in the land requires sacrifice to end. And it behoves on you and I to make those compelling sacrifices in order for us to end those hungers through leadership. That's the only way forward. You are the one standing in your way. Nobody is standing in your way because God gave you a set of rights. The right to choice, the right to life, the right to freedom of association, and the right to freedom of expression. When you sell all these rights, you are as good as dead. And that is what has been happening in Nigeria. People keep quiet because they have compromised themselves one way or the other. And now your life, your future, the future of Nigeria is being eroded just by the year. And you see it happening live. Why can't you say no? We have had enough. When people come around you, you don't start building businesses around their campaign. Because the project Nigeria is yours and mine and for all of us. Nobody owns Nigeria more than the other. So nobody must pay much more than you and I to save Nigeria. You must do your part, just as some of us are doing our parts. However small your part is, it makes you an equal partner in the project. But when you sit down and decide that you are not going to do anything, that is when you become the slave. I speak especially to the youths of Nigeria. One more time. It has always been you. You are responsible for what is taking place today. You are responsible for the trash that Nigeria has become because you are silent or because you are part of those that are being used to destroy Nigeria. Well, sadly, you don't even know what you are doing. But now you've seen the light. People are telling you about your contributions. Are you going to just take a minute and think about what has happened in the past, where you are today? Do you have a job? Do you have any hope? You have children? That you can create more poverty for yourselves, especially when you go and start getting young ladies pregnant, even when you are jobless. People can sow the seed of poverty, and that seed is smelling already in Nigeria. That is why it is compelling and it is so urgent. It's an emergency right now that we must come together and put an end to this. Who says that we cannot bring down any government that we decide to bring down if we can come together with an understanding that we run a risk of being annihilated if we don't take action? You graduated from school 12 years ago and you still have no job. The best job you are doing is riding Okada. Is that what you went to study at school? Are you aware that when you graduate and you are rusty for 3 years, your degree is as good as dead? So you don't like to wear suit and tie like those men and their children who are oppressing you, and they are positioning their children to continue to make you serve them. You should be ashamed of yourself, just as I am of myself right now, that drew me out from 10,000 miles to want to fight for you. Get up, stand up. Stand up for your right. Your right to life is sacrosanct. You must not allow any politician take it from you. You must not allow any bad leadership take it from you. You must not allow Buhari to take it from you. You must not allow any state governor to take it from you. You must not allow any senator to take it from you. You must not allow any member of House of Representatives take it from you. You must not allow any member of the state assemblies take it from you. It is your life. It is your right. And it is your future that is at stake. Why not come together? Come together. Aggregate around those that you know are driven by passion, the courage, the knowledge, the competency, and good content of character to drive Nigeria out of this darkness. You need a life. The young people of Nigeria, you need to live a life and not survive. There's the difference between living and surviving. Survivor is not good. Survivor is for sufferers. When you live a life, you don't want to get employed and a gainful employment that when you get old, you retire and earn pension. instead of being thugs to politicians. You see, they have been fooling everybody. They have fooled us all the time. But why can't we say now that you can't fool us anymore? Look at all those who are leading you. Look at them. Honestly, look at them. In the past 1 year, what have they done to change your lives? You see, the coronavirus has exposed everybody. It has exposed their ineptitude. Look, they put you in bondage for 2 weeks, 4 weeks actually, with no food. And then they made you scramble. They made you scramble for food that did not exist. How much food did you get at the end of that crazy scramble? That some people died out of it, especially in Sapele area. Why? There we are. The reason for the lockdown, are we achieving it? No. We are spreading the more. We are spreading the virus the more than anything. Two monsters facing Nigerians, the virus and the hunger. Everything messed up. Look at where we are right now. For those who have been to the hospitals, the so-called isolation areas, what difference did you see there? Do those hospitals look like actual hospitals? To me, no. Our hospitals can look better than that. You see what they like? A manger where they keep dogs. That's what our hospitals look like. Hospitals in the 21st centuries don't look like those hospitals. Now, when we tell you all this, we are not making movies, because we have lived through all these good experiences. We drive on good roads, we go to good hospitals, our children go to good schools, we drink good water. You are human beings, like the white man, that makes you look up to him like God, that our leaders worship. Look at what China is doing, for instance. We are about to be sold into slavery. Does that frighten you? Is that scary enough for you to want to change? Look at those who can confront China, those who can talk to Donald Trump eyeball to eyeball without being afraid, without looking down like slaves. No, it's time. It is all about leadership, the quality of leadership you choose is what produce for you the outcome that you desire. Are you going to do yourself a favor today by introspecting on all this that I have said, and then start spreading the message of change, genuine change, the change that nobody has to buy from you, so the one that comes from your heart, the one that will transform your community, the one that will transform our country, the one that will make good roads available, the one that will make good hospitals available, the one that will open brand new schools and improve on the existing ones, the one that will give you good water to drink, the one that will open doors to access to opportunities where you can work and be happy and not behave and be led like a blind slaves. The moment is now. Let the work begin. And if we can do all these things, we will establish a new benchmark for leadership and public service, driven by the rule of law. The rule of law that we talk about in Nigeria today does not exist. You want me to tell you why? Everybody in Nigeria, from the president to the councillor, is breaking the law. Does that sound like rule of law? So we are not used to rule of law. So when people shout about rule of law in Nigeria, I'll begin to laugh and sometimes cringe, depending on the intensity of what they are talking about. Some loudmouth to big lawyers who have worked with AFCC and they didn't win any case come around because they dropped them. We start making noise about rule of law. Does he talk about rule of law in his home state? Something is not right. Well, I won't allow a thug to rule over me. I won't allow a thug to make himself look untouchable. I won't allow a thug to direct me. I won't be scared of a thug. I won't be scared of a courtist. I won't want to see a courtist calling the shots for me or making rules for me to obey. A courtist who presents himself as untouchable, they will be touched. Yes, the moment is now. Please, brethren, my compatriots, some of us are very angry with the way our country is going. I know there are some of you who don't see it. I know millions of Nigerians are hungry and they are weak, but our words should inspire you and spur you to action. We are not calling for violence. What we are calling for is a change of heart about how we choose leadership going forward. We are about to approach another season, starting with the local government election. Let us x-ray those who present themselves to us for election and choose the right ones amongst them. We must not allow any governor choose for us like it was in the past when they tell people PDP all the way, APC all the way. No, you have a right to choice. No governor, no political party chairman, no president can tell you what to choose. Because after everything, it's going to be your life. It's going to be your future. For real. It is time. This is a special appeal. Very passionate appeal from a die-hard Nigerian patriot who has no reason doing what I'm doing, especially because I have an alternative to Nigeria. But every time I think about the people in Nigeria and what they go through in the midst of abundance, so Bob Marley said, in abundance of water, the fool is thirsty. We have so much in Nigeria. We have so much resources. We have a lot of things that will go around. But our people are suffering. Why? Because of mismanagement of our resources and because of the apportionment of our resources by a few to themselves. We must break the chain. I cannot do it by myself. I have decided to be one of the champions of the liberation of Nigeria. Line behind us. Politicians don't talk like us. Typical politicians are about winning the next election. But we are about setting our people free before we talk about election. Let's make a deal. between now and 2023. That we will wake up. Let's raise our consciousness. Always join me every Saturday on the Nigeria Now program on the Nightingale radio station. We broadcast at 8 p.m. every Saturday, 8 p.m. Nigerian time. We take questions. We allow people to make contributions about the way forward. We can't do it all by ourselves. We need you just as much as perhaps if you recognize that you need us. You need those who can lead and know those who can rob you. That is what we are about. You gotta wake up, get up. God bless you, and God bless Nigeria.